Hello everybody! In this video I will be showing you the best technique to boost the quality of your images by understanding the importance of dodging and burning when editing your photos. Sure, you could slap on some weird AI filter and get quick, subpar results, but if I may suggest taking a little bit of time to learn how to dodge and burn your images, which is basically doing very selective exposures in more local parts of your image, where you can increase the darkness in the shadows or bring out the white in the highlights. You will then have a skill you can use for the rest of your life. With this technique, I believe you can improve almost any image you take. And photography is supposed to be fun. If a robot is going to take and edit all your images, what is the point? When editing photos, think of it as if you are painting with light. And this process can turn standard bland images into fine art that people want to buy because you have created something unique and arguably handcrafted. So hopefully you will enjoy the video and learn something along the way. To start, I'll open the image in Lightroom, but these techniques can be accomplished in your editing program of choice. I'll start with the lens correction, and to argue you don't need the latest gear to take great photos, this was shot on a Canon T1i on the kit lens. And it's one of my best-selling images. If you are unaware, the lens correction adjusts the distortion placed on the image by the curve of the lens it was taken with. After that, I like to crop and straighten my images. There's a couple of ways this can be done, but for this photo, I will draw my level line across the top part of these windows in the background. And when I release, Lightroom will straighten the image. Now that we got that out of the way, let's move on to the basic adjustment section. My first change will be from color to black and white. That will be your own personal preference when editing your images, but for architecture, I prefer black and white, unless there is something special about the color, like a beautiful sunset or like really fancy lighting. I'll tweak the white balance just a little bit by adjusting the image temperature and tint, but nothing crazy for this section. Remember, all of these adjustments will act globally on the image, so fine-tuning of details will come later. Just like if you were painting a picture, you start with big brush strokes to fill out the background and general shape, but this is not the time for minor details. Next, I'm going to decrease the highlights and increase the shadows by a lot. I know this might seem drastic, but this will ensure I start with a lot of detail all through the image, and later when I start dodging and burning with masks, I'll be able to decrease those details in certain areas and around the edge to bring the viewer's eye towards the center of the photo. The better the sensor on your camera, the more you'll be able to do this without making the image look all pixelated. But as mentioned before, any modern day camera will work just fine. I'm increasing the whites and decreasing the blacks to spread out the spectrum closer to the pure whites and blacks. In black and white photography, I think it's alright to lose some info inside the darkest shadows and brightest lights, but that's up to you and your personal preference when editing. The last of the basic adjustments I'll be using in the texture, clarity, and dehaze. I will be increasing all three and a little higher than I would on other types of images. But because this building consists of brick and a lot of rough texture all throughout, I will play on those elements even more. Already the photo is looking so much better as compared to where we started. The black and white really works for these type of buildings. And if you are just starting out in photography or new to digitally editing your photos, you might think that you are done. But I would argue that the next adjustments I'm going to show you will take this image from a cool shot of a local historical market into a fine art image worthy of hanging on someone's wall. If we jump back to the painter analogy for a minute, at this point we have the core of our painting laid out, but what's missing is the real darkness in the shadows and all of the little highlights mixed into the image to create an even flow of the black and white spectrum. Otherwise, all the middle gray can sort of overwhelm and make the image look washed out. This is where dodging and burning comes into play. One of the best at this technique is Ansel Adams. If you're not familiar with his work, I suggest you search out some of his photos and really study them. It will help you to look at your own photos and think about how you can improve your own work. I will make these adjustments by using a series of masks, starting with the first one, which will be an oval shape that sort of mimics this curve of the building's roof. The mask will be inverted with the darkest part around the edges moving towards a transparent center. I will then use the tone section, darken up a lot of the detail to create a vignette effect. Hopefully this will work to push the viewer's eye from the outside edge of the image towards the middle focal point. But be careful not to overdo this effect, or it can look like the viewer is looking through a keyhole. Think of masks as layers that will be built on top of your image, the way a painter will lay on paint, building to the final details on top. Since I darkened up a lot of the outside ring of the photo, I want to go back in and pump up the white highlights so that they don't get lost and the image stays even. I'm not trying to make this market appear as if it's underground where like no light can reach it. So a great starting point will be these side windows. I want them to be full of bright sunlight that is outside pouring through to light up the building. There are a bunch of these additional recessed lights all through the ceiling, and I want those to look like they are shining bright. Not something that is going to draw attention away from the main part of the image, but just another little detail that helps to walk back that big original mask that really darkened up the outside ring of the image. These little lights are piercing through the dark exposed brick of the ceiling. Besides the American flag hanging on the glass window in the back of the building, I think the clock also needs a little adjustment so that it contrasts the ornate structure around it. That's kind of acting as a focal point for the viewer's eye. Even the back window itself needs some highlighting because a majority of the sunlight that comes through the building passes through that window, illuminating the brick and market around it. The wall getting darker the further away it is from the main source of sunlight. And now, if I toggle just the masks on and off, you can see what an amazing difference dodging and burning can do to your image. The choices you make during this process can be a way to express your style as a photographer, handcrafting details to tell a story. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please hit subscribe to see more in the future.